Okay, good people. Today is Wednesday, the 3rd. The agenda is on the board. You do not have to write the agenda down. Okay, do not have to write the agenda down. We're going to do the warm up. I'm going to do problems 2 and 3. After which, there is a sheet that I need for you to complete on your own. No calculator involved. And I need to make sure that you understand the concept from Friday. Okay. If not, then I need to kind of infuse that into the lesson tomorrow so that you'll be prepared for your retake. So please make sure that you answer that question alone by yourself. No help, no notebook, no nothing. That way I know what it is that you know, okay? Or don't know, so that I can help you. After which, we're going to review squares, real quick review on perfect squares, because we're going to use those perfect squares to estimate. So um I'm going to model estimation today, okay? We're going to do a maze together. And then there's a partner assignment that I need for us to do with estimating roots. Questions, comments, or concerns? Let's turn to the warm up, please. We're doing again, we're going to do 2 and we're going to do 3, okay? We're going to do 2 and we're going to do 3. I'm going to pause for the calls. You do need a calculator for this particular um, question. I'm going to give us a minute or so to get a calculator. All right, with number 2, we're finding the missing angle here. This is the angle that is missing. This is what we're trying to find. What we know, what we might not remember, or what we should remember about a straight line is that a straight line is 180 degrees. So that means that all of these angles combined adds up to 180 degrees. So 37 plus 62 plus x, what's missing, all is going to equal to 180 degrees. Questions about that? That means I can add those two angles together and subtract to figure out what's missing. So yes, I know you do. Let's add them first. Let's take our time and add them just in case someone else doesn't know, babe. So let's add 37 plus 62. What's 37 plus 62? 99. Good job, y'all. This is 99. So now to figure out what's left, we're going to subtract 99 from 180. What'd you say, babe? 81. 180 minus 99. And that gives us 81. So X is 81 degrees. Are you okay, babe? Do you need me to zoom in or something? Okay. All right. Let's find the area of just the shaded region. So let's find the area of the whole rectangle first. Let's write that in. Area of rectangle. What's the formula for area of a rectangle? What's the formula for area of a rectangle? Length times width. A is equal to the length times the width. In this problem, what would be my length and then what would be my width? Really kind of doesn't matter. Just choose one. 10 would be my length. Good job, babe. And my width would be the other, right? Okay. So now we have 10 meters times 5 meters. What does that give me? 50 meters what? What's M times M? Not millimeters. Still meters squared. Good job. So it's going to be 50 meters squared. That's the area of the whole thing. But the whole thing isn't shaded, right? There's a circle in the middle that is not shaded. So we need to figure out what that is. So we're going to find We're going to find the area of this circle. What is the formula for area? I'm going to put this on this side. What's the, yes, baby? Somebody said something. James, what you need? Hmm? Okay. Area of a circle. What's the formula for area of a circle? Does anybody know? Not length times width. That's a rectangle. Not height. It's a circle. So anytime you have a circular shape, the formula is going to have pi in it. So the formula is going to be A is equal to pi r to the second power. And we wrote that yesterday up here. Okay? Mm-hmm. All right, so now we have to figure out what the radius is. Let's estimate what we think this radius would be. So from here, if I'm going this way, what is the length this way? No, this way? It's not 10. It's 5. It's 5. That's the diameter. If the diameter is equal to 5, what would the radius be? 2.5, because it'd be cut in half. And I have to go this way because I can't tell anything this way. But I do know this measurement this way because if this is 5, this is also 5. So my radius is 2.5. All right, so let's substitute. We got A is equal to, what number do they want us to use for pi? 3. You see right here where it says use 3 for pi? So we got 3 times the radius is 2.5, and we're going to square it. So in our calculator, we're going to say 3 times 2.5 squared. So let's type that in. We got 3 times 2.5. Does anybody know where the square is? It's right here. This is the square button. 18.75 is the area of this circle. Any ideas as to how to figure out what the area of the shaded region is only? We know the area of the whole thing is 50. We know the area of the circle is 18.75. Then how do I just figure out the area around the circle? I subtract, okay? So I have 50 minus 18.75 because we said the circle is 18.75. So let's take that out. 18.75 is the area of the circle. So let's take that out. So 50 minus 18.75. And what does that give you? 31.25. Good job. Okay. Any questions about what Ms. Reyes has said? All right, I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to write if you haven't written, and then I need for you to put this up. Take out your notebook. All right, so this is what I need for you to be working on. Please don't forget to put your first and last name, comma, first name. This is third period, okay? And today is the third. I can't tell you. I just want you to try to see if you can figure it out. In the calculator, this is the second x squared button is square root. Second x squared. Give you a couple more minutes. Let's put those in the basket. We got to move on. Let's put our last name, comma, first name on this. Again, the date is the 3rd. This is period 3. I need another pencil. All right. Please put this in front of you. Please put this in front of you. We've got to estimate roots. Let's put our calculator to the side. We're not using our calculator on this because this is calculated inactive. All right, you ready? Did somebody take the pen? Use this pen, baby. Here. All right. We're going to write our perfect squares on the side. That means a number times itself is going to make a perfect square, right? 1 times 1, 2 times 2, 3 times 3. We need to at least know them to 20. Yes, baby. Paper. It's on the table. Anyone else didn't get a paper? All right. So let's write down our perfect squares real quickly without the calculator. See if you know them. 1 times 1. 2 times 2. What's 4? What's 3 times 3? 9. What's 4 times 4? 16. What's 5 times 5? 25. Okay. From here, I'm just going to write them. I want you to answer them. Okay. Do not say out loud because I want to know which ones you know. I know those are the easier ones. Just write them out. You write them on your paper. No, you're writing them out to the side so you can finish, so you can complete the maze. All right, I'm going to pause for the calls to give you at least, I don't think we have any that's higher than that. So we're going to stop at 12 today. All right, I'm getting ready to start calling on people. All right, Nevaeh, 6 times 6. Good job. Okay. Jose, 7 times 7. That's okay. 7 times 7. Lauren, 49. Layla, 8 times 8. Go ahead. Nehemiah. 81. 10 times 10. Victoria. 100. 11 times 11. James. Huh? You can hear. If you can you can hear. Don't say just take a minute. I'm still writing. I know, but you still should know it just like that, baby. Try again. It's 11 times 11. 121. Very good. 12 times 12. Bryce. 144. All right. So now we are going to use our perfect squares, okay, to figure out what two whole numbers these numbers are in between. Because what we know is that the square root of 1 then is equal to what? 1. What's the square root of 4 equal to then? 2. What's the square root of 9? What's the square root of 16? What's the square root of 25? Next person. What's the square root of 36? What's the square root of 49? What's the square root of 64? What's the square root of 81? What's the square root of 100? What's the square root of 121? What's the square root of 144? Okay, so we're going to use these perfect squares to figure out what two whole numbers these are in between. So let's do this. Let's start here. Okay, is this most likely to be the square root of 84, or is it most likely to be the square root of 94? Okay, what is the square root here? What square root is equal to 9? Square root of 81 is equal to 9. Okay, what square root is equal to 10? 100. Square root of 100. So we know that it's between these two, okay? But which one do you think is most likely going to be? Which one do you think this dot is? Do you think this dot right here is the square root of 94? Or do you think this dot here is the square root of 84? It's 94 because that's really close to 100. So we're going to shade this in. Okay? What square root is equal to 2? The square root of 4 is equal to 2. What square root is equal to 3? No. The square root of 9 is equal to 3. So we're looking for square roots that are between the square root of 4 and the square root of 9. So now we got to figure out, do we think this dot right here is closer to being the square root of 8, the square root of 5, or the square root of 9? The square root of 9 would be directly on 3. It would be 8. It's closest to being 8 because 5 would be really over here somewhere. Okay, quietly pick out the two perfect squares for these two. See if you can do that part on your own. Let me pause it. Okay. What square root is equal to 7? 49. Okay, now I need to hear from a different people because I'm hearing from the same people, the same two people. I need to hear from different people. Okay. All right. Lauren, Michaela, what square root is equal to 8? It's okay if you don't know. Just say I don't know, Miss Reyes. You know I can't see that, right? I don't know what you're saying. I can't hear you. You don't know. Okay. What about you, Neve? Do you know? 64. Good job. Okay, so look, Michaela, over here are your perfect square roots that we wrote out to the side. Do you see them? So that's where we're getting those numbers from. Okay. All right, so now we're looking. We are looking for the square roots that are between 49 and the square root of 64. It looks like it's in the middle, don't it? So we got to pick a number that's more in the middle. Do you think that that's going to be the square root of 50 or the square root of 57? 57 is more like it's going to be in the middle. Questions about that? Okay. All right. Let's pick. Do it again quietly. What perfect square is equal to, what square root is equal to 9? And then what square root is equal to 10? All right, Jaden V. What perfect square is what square root is equal to 9? Sorry. You're not sure? That's fine, but I need for you to look over here, okay? Look at these perfect squares. Look at these square roots. Pick out the square root that is equal to 9, please. $81. Very good, babe. It's 81. Did you write these down on your paper? Okay, I need you to write them, okay, baby? If you need more time, then you need to tell Miss Reyes that I need more time to write it, okay? All right, what square root is equal to 10? Yes, baby. 100. So we're looking for the square root that is between 81 and 100. But it looks like it has to be really close to 81. Do you see that? Okay, so which one of these do you think is going to be that answer? The square root of 83 or the square root of 96? Which one you think? 83. Okay. Now we're looking at this one. We know it's not between these two, right? Because it's on this side over here. Do you see where that dot is? But let's still write what square root is equal to 4 and then what square root is equal to 5. What square root is equal to 4, Nia? Very good, babe. What square root is equal to 5, Lauren? Very good. So we're looking for the square root that comes before 16, but it looks like it's right before 16. So which one of these do you think is going to be the better answer? The square root of 12 or the square root of 15? Me too. The 15 would be the best answer. Square root of 15. Thumbs up. I think I understand what I'm doing. Sideways, I'm confused just a little bit. And upside down, I do not know. Please vote at this time. Michaela, can you vote, please, babe? Here, here, or here? You understand? Jose, could you please vote, please? It's here, here, or here. Okay, thank you. Let's try a couple together. If you know what you're doing, go ahead and work by yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, please stay up here and work with me. Okay? All right. We're going to look at this one now. We have perfect, two square roots. Okay? Let's look over to the side. Which one of these square roots is equal to 8? James, which one is equal to 8? Equal to 8. Yes. What are we on right now? 64. I don't know why he's so loud. Bless his heart. Which one of these square roots is equal to 9? 81. Good job, baby. So we're looking for, it's kind of looks like it's almost right in the middle, don't it? So it's between square root of 69 and the square root of, 64, my apologies, and 81. So we got to pick which one do we think is going to be the better answer. Square root of 73, square root of 39, no way, right? The square root of 67 or the square root, which ones can we eliminate, like for real? 39 and 46. So it's between these two. Which one do you think is going to be more so in the middle? 73. All right. If you feel like you need more help, one-on-one help, please come over to the white table. Okay? If you feel like you need more help, please come over to the white table. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to let you finish. When you finish this, please put it in the box. Questions, comments, or concerns? Do not forget, you should know your perfect squares by heart. You should know. Actually, we're going to put this in our notebook because this one we need an example. So we're going to put this one in our notebook. If you need help, please come over to the white table. Don't hesitate. I do not mind. I love small groups. So don't hesitate to come over to the white table to get help if you need it, okay? We're going to put this on page 11. We're getting ready to prepare for lunch. Make sure that your phone is in your book bag. Who's washing tables? I forgot just that quick. Who is washing tables today? So Delilah, you washing tables? Oh, he went to the bathroom. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. Please don't get excited. I have a funeral to go to. Right. Um, let's go ahead and prepare ourselves. I'm going to give you the directions of what I need for you to do tomorrow for the sub. All right. Tables 1, 2, and 3. Let's line it up. Okay, good people. Please make sure that you glue this down in your notebook on page 11. Let's do that now. The title of page 11 is going to be Estimating Roots Maze. Let's do that now, please. Okay, here we go. All right, close your notebook. We're done with that. We're working on this at this time. Person 7. All right, so we're using. Yes, baby. We're going to be matching. We're going to find the match. Which one of these graphs is going to be where the square root of 12 is, okay? So the same thing that we did on the maze, you need to, I'm going to write this with a pencil. We have the square root. What square root is equal to, what perfect square root is equal to 3? 9. What perfect square root is equal to 4? 16. So we know that this is going to be closer to the square root of 16 than to 9. So that's what we're going to be looking for. We're going to be looking for that number, okay? All right, that's going to fall there. Which one of these numbers do you think that it would be? Yes, 14. That's probably going to be the one that's the closest. Yep, it is. So for this one right here, we would put A. That's the one that it's going to be closest to. Questions about what we're doing? Please make sure you put your first and last name on this. This will be for a grade. Yes, people at your table can help you, but can't do it for you. I am going to take points if I just see you just copying someone's work. Copying is not doing. If you need additional help, please come over to the white table. Questions, comments, or concerns? One person from each table can put the calculators back. It's not time to go, but this is calculator inactive. I don't want us to be tempted to use the calculators, okay? All right, let's do that. All right, I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to go ahead and get this done. When you finish, put it in the basket.